In the vast, sun-baked plains of Montana, where the sky stretched endlessly like a canvas painted in hues of blue and gold, lived the Harlan sisters. Evelyn, the eldest at 28, with her fiery red hair tied back in a practical braid and eyes as sharp as a hawk's. Clara, the middle one at 25, whose gentle demeanor hid a storm of passion, her blonde curls often escaping her bonnet like whispers of rebellion, and young Lila, just turned 21, with her dark locks cascading like midnight rivers and a spirit as wild as the mustangs that roamed the nearby hills. Their family ranch, Harlan's Hollow, had been passed down through generations, a sprawling expanse of rolling pastures dotted with cattle and framed by wooden fences that had seen better days. The sisters had lost their parents to a tragic fever 5 years prior, leaving them to manage the land alone, bound by blood and unbreakable loyalty. But loyalty, as they would soon discover, could fray like old rope under the weight of desire. It all began on a sweltering afternoon in late summer, when the western fence line, crucial for keeping their herd from wandering into the treacherous canyons, finally gave way under the assault of a fierce windstorm the night before. Splintered posts lay scattered like fallen soldiers, and the barbed wire tangled in chaotic loops, a disaster that threatened their livelihood. Evelyn, ever the pragmatic leader, surveyed the damage with a furrowed brow, her calloused hands resting on her hips. "We'll need to hire help," she declared to her sisters, who stood beside her, dust kicking up around their boots. "But with the bank breathing down our necks after that poor harvest, we can't afford it." Clara nodded solemnly, her soft voice carrying a hint of worry. "Maybe we can patch it ourselves. I've mended smaller breaks before." Lila, impulsive and optimistic, laughed lightly. "Oh, come on, sisters. We've got grit, let's roll up our sleeves and get to it." But deep down, they all knew it was a monumental task, one that would take days of backbreaking labor under the relentless sun. As fate would have it, their salvation rode in on a chestnut stallion named Rusty, kicking up a trail of dust along the dirt road that bordered their property. The rider was a stranger, tall and broad-shouldered, with a weathered Stetson hat casting a shadow over his chiseled face. His name was Jack Colton, a wandering cowboy known in these parts for his skills with a hammer and a heart as vast as the prairie. Jack had been drifting from ranch to ranch after losing his own spread to a ruthless land baron back in Wyoming, seeking work where he could find it, but more importantly, seeking a place to call home again. He pulled Rusty to a halt at the sight of the broken fence, his piercing blue eyes scanning the scene before landing on the three women. "Looks like you've got quite the mess here, ma'ams," he called out, his voice deep and resonant, like thunder rolling over distant mountains. Evelyn stepped forward, shielding her eyes from the sun. "That we do, stranger. Wind did a number on us last night." Jack dismounted with effortless grace, his boots thudding softly on the dry earth. He was clad in faded denim jeans, a checkered shirt rolled up to reveal tanned forearms corded with muscle, and a leather vest that spoke of countless miles traveled. "Name's Jack Colton. I ain't one to pass by trouble without offerin' a hand. Mind if I take a look?" Clara felt a flutter in her chest as he approached, his presence commanding yet kind. Lila's eyes widened with curiosity, a spark igniting in her youthful gaze. Evelyn, cautious as always, hesitated but nodded. "We'd appreciate the eyes on it, but we can't pay much." Jack knelt by the splintered post, his fingers tracing the damage with expert precision. "Pay? Nah, this ain't about coin. A fence like this keeps more than cattle in, keeps dreams alive. I'll fix it for you, free of charge. Got my tools right here in the saddlebags." The sisters exchanged glances, a mix of surprise and gratitude washing over them. In a world where kindness was as rare as rain in drought, this cowboy's offer felt like a miracle. As the afternoon wore on, Jack set to work with a quiet determination that mesmerized them all. He hammered new posts into the ground, his muscles rippling under the strain, sweat glistening on his brow like dew on morning grass. Evelyn brought him water, her conversations with him practical, discussing the ranch's history, the challenges of the land. "You've got a fighter's spirit," he told her, admiration in his tone. "Reminds me of my ma, holdin' our place together through hell and high water." Clara, shy at first, offered sandwiches she'd prepared, sitting nearby to watch him weave the wire with deft hands. Their talk turned softer, about dreams unspoken, her love for painting the sunsets, his tales of starry nights on the trail. "You see the beauty in things most folks miss," he said, his smile warming her like sunlight. Lila, bold and flirtatious, lingered longest, laughing at his stories of rodeo mishaps and wild adventures. "You're a real hero, Jack," she teased, twirling a lock of hair. "Bet you've broken hearts from here to Texas." He chuckled, but his eyes held a depth that made her pulse quicken. By dusk, the fence stood strong once more, a testament to his skill and generosity. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery oranges and purples, Jack wiped his hands on his jeans and tipped his hat. "That should hold, ladies. If it don't, you know where to find me, I'll be campin' down by the river for a spell." The sisters thanked him profusely, inviting him for supper, but he declined politely, mounting Rusty and riding off into the twilight, leaving behind not just a mended fence, but stirred hearts. That night, as the Harlan sisters gathered in the cozy kitchen of their weathered farmhouse, the air thick with the scent of stew and fresh bread, the undercurrents of the day bubbled to the surface. The oil lamp flickered on the wooden table, casting dancing shadows across their faces. Evelyn poured coffee, her mind replaying Jack's strong hands at work. "He was somethin', wasn't he? Fixed that fence like it was nothin'. We owe him big." Clara, stirring her mug absent-mindedly, felt a blush creep up her cheeks. "More than that, he listened, really listened. Like he saw right into my soul." Lila leaned back in her chair, a mischievous grin spreading. "Oh, please, did you see those eyes? Blue as the summer sky. And that smile, could melt butter. I think he's the one for